Oh, good. Let's try that again. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome into tonight's broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball, streaming online at 541radio.com. Coming at you live from Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field here in Corvallis. A beautiful day for baseball. A little breezy one out once again. The city of Corvallis is waiting with bated breath to find out the result of a very important game tonight. I'm not so sure it's going to be the conclusion of our game that we'll be bringing you here as we all wait to see whether or not the Oregon State Beavers can claim their third national championship in program history. That game's pretty important. It's going on right now. You can hear the Beavers on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, but we'll have coverage of Doc Stewart's Baseball for you here online at 541radio.com, and we'll be keeping you updated on the Beavers. If you're unable to follow the action on the radio or on the TV, we'll have some updates on the Beavers game. 4-0, getting an update now as they are making their way through that final game of the college baseball season. They've taken it all the way to the last game possible, and the Beavers in front right now, looking to try and win that third national championship. We've got Doc Stewart's Baseball for you tonight. The Docs are looking to win their third in a row. After coming off of last night's doubleheader against the Grants Pass Nuggets, Docs winning big in those ones, 13-2 and 6-1. They'll try to carry that positive momentum into this 9-inning non-leaguer against the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen here tonight. We'll have plenty more for you coming up during our Budget Lumber pregame show. Budget Lumber, everything you need at great low prices on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be number one. Coming up next, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Shaver. It's our Oregon Coaches Crafters pregame coaches interview, the best care in RV services and repair. That's Oregon Coach Crafters. Back with that after this 2-minute break. You are tuning in for Doc Stewart's Baseball online at 541radio.com.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces. Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles.
Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay. Back here with more of our pregame coverage on 541radio.com as the Doc Stewarts get ready to take on the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Here in the pregame, we get a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Shaver. It's our Oregon Coach Crafters pregame coaches interview, the best care in RV service and repair. That's Oregon Coach Crafters. Coach, coming off of a nice bounce back, a couple of wins for your team last night, playing on the Grants Pass Nuggets. You guys get two after losing two down there to come back and get those victories. A little bit of fortitude for this team that they showed after a team kind of handled them pretty good down at their place to be able to represent at home. It feels like these guys really showed a lot as as they came out there and got those 2 victories last night.
Yeah, we put everything together last night. We hit, we played defense, and we pitched. And when you do that, you're going to win ball games. And that's what we did.
You guys get a chance to, I mean, it really felt like all aspects of the game came together for you. Like you're saying, you guys put it together last night. Does that really, to you, show how promising this season could be for this team if they can really start to continue to put these pieces together?
Yeah, I like these guys. I mean, they work hard. They do a good job that way. They're athletic. What we are is young, so that's what we're struggling with now. Is focus, being able to focus out through 4 or 5 innings of baseball, and that's something we're gonna have to deal with all year long. We just got to find a way to keep ourselves in it. These kids are hungry. They like to play, and that's a great place to start. So, yeah, I think last night was a great turning point.
Looking back at the doubleheader down at Grants Pass, I'm sure not necessarily a doubleheader you want to linger on too long, but do you feel like maybe it could have been the youth that, obviously youth, young mistakes, inexperience on this team, but maybe just the fact that Area 4 play for the first time really kind of reared its ugly head when you guys played at Grants Pass in that first doubleheader?
Absolutely. You pick both those games apart. I know the scores were a little lopsided, but you pick both games apart. We had a chance to win both. We had a chance to hold both. We just didn't do either, and that, unfortunately, and then they ran away with it. But it was we forced the issue. It wasn't that we got hammered. I don't know how else to put that. I mean, I guess you look at the scores and go, yeah, we got handled, and we did. That's a very good team. I'm not taking anything away from them, but in our own way, we handed them both games because we didn't play baseball. We didn't play clean. We made some mistakes in key spots that you can't make in Area 4, and that's the great thing about Area 4. They came to our yard, did the same thing. They made a mistake, and we hammered them, and that's what Area 4 baseball is about. It's you've got good teams you're facing every time you play in league. It's about who handles themselves the best on that given day, and that's the team that's going to win. And you know, when we were in Grants Pass, that was Grants Pass. They cleaned up, did a good job. When they came to us, we cleaned up, did a good job, and that's the way baseball works.
You looking back at the doubleheader, getting a chance to sweep there at home. You guys have been good at home. Nice to see that trend continue. But do you feel like this could then end up being a bit of a turning point? You've seen a lot of teams through the summers find those spots where you can probably at the end of the year look back and say that's where things really turn and we really start to have a good year. You think that could be maybe one of those moments when you get done?
Honestly, I believe we turned a corner in the Salem tournament when we went down 0-3 and came back 3-3. I think that was a major turning point. There's plenty of road bumps out there, and we're going to have them. And just the way it works. That's the way young teams work. That's the way baseball works. Whether you're young or old, I keep saying that we're young is like it's a negative. It's not. I like having a young team, and these young players are very talented. And they're very good. You can be young and be a senior. It's 14 guys out of 18 that have never seen this level before. They've never been to Area 4. Did that play a factor when we were in Grants Pass? Absolutely, because it's a different world, man. Those guys are coming at you every inning. You've got to fight off a push every inning, and that's why Area 4 teams, when they make it out, when they go into the postseason, usually if you play a championship game in Oregon, in American Legion, they're probably going to be a representative from Area 4, and that's the reason why.
As you guys get ready for Corvallis here tonight, a single game, non-league. It's mixed in. You're going to get a few of these from time to time, games that are non-leaguers that get mixed in while you're going through this stretch run of league games that kind of step up the competition level a little bit for you. And this one here today, what kind of things do you want to try and learn more about your team as they continue to try and put together, the lineup, figure out which guys are really fitting well, getting guys at bats and chances on the mound? What kind of things do you look to learn here tonight?
We just need to play more baseball. A game like tonight is a good game. I've got 18 guys that show up every day. I got 18 guys that work their butt off every day. And I've got 18 guys that need to get at bats. So we're going to see more. We're going to see some different lineups. We're going to see more guys in the lineup tonight. And I'm going to expect them to perform. And that's a hard place to be, man. It's like being a DH. Is one of those roles I could never play. One thing, I was never the greatest hitter on the team. But it's you're out, and then all of a sudden, bam, bam, here you go, you're in. And hey, I'm expecting kids to turn it on tonight. So it's about resting some guys. You got Jet Black, who decided to slide late into second base yesterday. He's sore. You got Cody Johnson, who played shortstop and pitched last night, and he's been doing it with a sore back, so he's not gonna see the field. You got Zach Mandera, who's put it on the line for me, throughout the whole weekend. That guy sells his body out all the time. We're gonna give him a rest tonight. We're gonna use tonight as a time to see some of the younger kids, let them go a little bit. You can see Drake Bourgeois in the outfield. He came to us as a shortstop. We've been talking to him the last couple of days. He likes to run around out there. He's a good athlete. It's another look for him. It's a chance for him to get some at-bats and run around a little bit. So you see him in left. You can see Peyton Hope in right. Peyton's a great athlete. He played all over the place for Sutherland in high school. He's here to pitch. He knows it. I know it. But he's the kind of kid that everything we do, if we're picking up gear, if we're doing it, he's the first guy on everything. That guy needs to see the field every once in a while. So he's going to get out and ride and run around and be an athlete and do those kind of things. So, tonight's a good night. We're going to be a little bit loose. We're going to play hard. We're going to play focused, and we're going to do what we do.
All right, we get ready for it. First pitch coming up here in just a little bit. That's your Oregon Coach Crafters pregame coaches interview. The best care in RV services and repair. Oregon Coach Crafters. Back with more of the pregame here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Prizes to the holders of several lucky number programs.
And we welcome you back here to Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field in Corvallis. A beautiful day for some baseball as we get ready to go. National anthem just sung, and we get ready for first pitch. Coming up here in just a few moments as the coaches will meet at home plate and exchange starting lineups, getting ready for tonight's action. Joey Kieran here with you. This will be the final time that we're preempted by Beavers baseball. Oregon State in the College World Series, wrapping things up as they get ready. They are pretty much finding themselves in a very good spot right now, leading Arkansas in the best of three series. Game 3 going on right now, and the Beavers, if they can get the win, they win their third national championship in program history. So we will be keeping an eye on that one. Last we knew it was a 4-0 lead in favor of Oregon State. We'll be keeping an eye to see if that is still the case as we make our way towards first pitch here. They, of course, as you might expect, had the game on the radio. They had it blaring over the loudspeakers here at Corvallis High School and at Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. They obviously are big fans of the Beavers up here, and they were keeping a tab on the game as they were getting warmed up and getting the field ready for tonight's contest. We'll be keeping an eye on it, though, as well. The game is on the radio on 1490 The Score. That's why we are not on the radio tonight, because Beavers baseball is taking priority. But Docs baseball tonight here at 541radio.com. We appreciate everybody sticking through while we've had a change in the plans with the games just on the video stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in and following the action with us here online. Wrapping up the Budget Lumber pregame show. Everything you need at great low prices. Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be number one. The Marketmen will take the field. We'll have a look at your starting lineup now for the Doc Stewarts. The Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Docs come in winners of their last two, 10-8 on the season. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Garrett Russell, followed by shortstop Caden Johnson. Luke Lucito will play at first base here today, and he'll bat third. Brody Black, the DH, will hit in the cleanup spot, hitting for the pitcher Jonathan Stone. Jacob Luther, the second baseman, is batting fifth. The right fielder, Peyton Hope, tonight. He'll bat in the 6th spot. Batting 7th, playing in left field, Drake Bourgeois. 8-hitter is Noah Berg, playing at third base, and his twin brother, Gabe Berg, is behind the plate, batting 9th. That is a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Doc Stewarts. On the other side, let's look around the diamond defensively for the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Our look around the diamond brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Out on the mound, it's Justin Doyle, a right-hander for Corvallis. He'll throw into Ben Lead behind the plate. James Anderson out at first. Logan Williams at second. Grant Carley at short. Hunter Johnson at third. In the outfield from left to right, Ryan Hall, Franklin Leonard, and Nolan Jackson. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. Getting ready for first pitch of the ball game. Justin Doyle on the mound, a right-hander from Monroe High School. His third year with the Marketmen. Was at Oregon State this last spring. We'll see what he has for us as we get things started. And it is still 4-0 in the College World Series as we keep an eye on that one. They're in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch of the ball game. Garrett Russell stands in. He takes ball 1. And we are underway in today's contest. Doc Stewart's again looking for a third straight victory. As a breaking ball will catch for strike. No, you have first pitch strike? Yeah, so it was a 1-1 count. Okay. 1-1 count here for Russell. He'll take for ball 2. Beautiful day here in Corvallis. Sun is shining brightly down. Nice warm one, but the wind blowing. Nice cool breeze. Making sure it's not too hot out here today. Ground ball left side foul for Russell. Evens up his count at 2-2. Doc's looking again for their third straight win. They're 10-8 on the season, coming off of their league series against the Grants Pass Nuggets, the 4-game series. Doc's lost the first 2 at Grants Pass, but last night swept Grants Pass at home to have the 2-2 record. They're tied for second in Area 4. On the other side, Corvallis 8-9 on their season record and 3-3 in Area 3 play. 2-2 pitch. Off speed from Doyle, misses, low and outside, goes to a full count. Russell back in. His 3-2 pitch. Chops out a high one out towards left field. Going back is Ryan Hall towards the line. On the run, the left fielder will make the grab. Retiring Garrett Russell for the first out here in this 9-inning contest this afternoon. 1 away. Standing in next will be Caden Johnson, hitting with 1 out and nobody on. Caden Johnson playing at shortstop tonight. He played there in Game 2 of last night's doubleheader. First pitch, another breaking ball. This one comes in for strike 1. Johnson getting a chance to start at shortstop while Cody Johnson gets a little bit of rest. This one not necessarily a long streak of games for the Doc Stewarts, but they've been jam-packed in 3 straight days. Total of 5 games total. For Corvallis, they're also playing for a third straight day. 1-1 delivery to Johnson. Caden fouls it back up over the netting and back out onto the roadway that comes back behind us here at Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Johnson. Out of the windup, Doyle in the dirt evens up the count. Take a look at exactly how it always feels a little warmer here, I think, in the booth. Get the sun rays coming in right at us. As Johnson will put one in the air right side. Calling for it is the first baseman, Anderson. He'll make the catch on the infield dirt for the second out. 2 down, Luke Lucido will try to get something started for the Doc Stewarts. Just got underneath that one for Caden Johnson. A couple of pop-ups. Early impressions from Justin Doyle, a guy that throws a lot of off-speed stuff. You can find yourself missing your marks with the barrel of the bat, and that can lead to some pop-ups. Pitch going to miss inside and low on a breaking ball for Luke. A 1-0 count. Looking at 75 degrees here in the first inning in Corvallis. I mentioned a little breezy. As Luke's going to flare one out towards right field. Charging in, the catch made. A diving attempt by Nolan Jackson. He'll rob away a possible base hit from Luke Lucido. And that'll wrap up the first inning. Justin Doyle getting some nice defensive help. A 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We will head to the bottom of the first scoreless ball game. Corvallis coming up to hit. We'll talk more about the weather, set the scene for you as we make it through the top of the first to the bottom of this first inning here on 541radio.com.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the first inning, Doc Stewart's in a scoreless ball game so far against the Girding Builders Marketmen of Corvallis. Doc's Baseball today brought to you by Good Vibration, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Let's run through the starting lineup for head coach Evan Hilberg in his second year leading the Marketmen. Longtime coach, though, with him, was an assistant for a number of years and has taken over as the head man here. His Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup will have Grant Carley leading things off, the shortstop. The center fielder Franklin Leonard bats second. Logan Williams, the second baseman, hitting third. James Anderson playing at first base, bats cleanup, followed by Nolan Jackson, the right fielder. Ben Lead, the catcher, batting sixth, followed by Riley Smith, the DH. Ryan Hall playing in left field, bats eight, and Hunter Johnson, the third baseman, will round out the starting lineup. First pitch in, high and inside to Grant Carley from Jonathan Stone. Stone on the mound, making, I believe, probably is only his second appearance so far. Those tournament games, I've got the stats. I've got to put them all into my stat keeper, and then we'll have them all updated. I believe it is his second appearance for the Doc Stewarts. He's 1-0 on the year. The big, tall righty will fire a pitch in. Misses again, and it goes 3-0. Jonathan Stone trying to find the strike zone, and he'll miss 4 straight pitches. So it'll put a man on to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Grant Carley getting on at first. Carley coming from Santiam Christian High School, a graduate here in 2018. Franklin Leonard, the center fielder, bats next with one on, nobody out. Stone now working out of the stretch. Will fire in the first pitch, gets a fastball. Does catch the strike zone for an 0-1 count. So 75 degrees here in Corvallis. A nice breeze for the fans out there taking in today's ball game. Not probably as big of a crowd as you might usually see here at the ball game. With the Oregon State Beavers in the College World Series, I'm sure that's taking a lot of attention. Ground ball to short. Johnson to Luther. Over to Lucido. They'll get the double play. 6-4-3. Around the horn, Leonard grounds into the double play. Jonathan Stone getting help from the defense. Caden Johnson over to Jacob Luther, and Luke Lucido at first with the stretch to complete the double play. 2 down now, bases cleared. The double play, always a pitcher's best friend. Stone now will face Logan Williams, the second baseman. First pitch is in for strike one. The weather report here in Corvallis is brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time. Check out styles online at supercuts.com. 1-1 count now for Logan Williams. Base is empty. 2 away. Stone's pitch, high and away for ball 2. Two-one delivery. Ground ball fought off right side, will squeak through. That'll be the first base hit of the ball game. Logan Williams, 2-out single to right field, fighting that one off. Just finds it through between second and first. Out to right fielder Peyton Hope. We'll take a look around the diamond here defensively for the Doc Stewarts. Our look around the diamond brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. Behind the plate, the battery mate for Jonathan Stone. It's Gabe Burke catching. Luke Lucido out at first. Jacob Luther at second. Caden Johnson at short. And Noah Burke at third. In the outfield from left to right, Drake Bourgeois getting a start in the outfield for the first time. Garrett Russell in center. And Peyton Hope in right. First pitch, runner going. Sliding to his right. Gabe Burke can't get to it. It goes to the backstop. So Williams will get into second. Finds himself in scoring position. It's a 1-0 count at the plate for James Anderson. Wind really picking up now. Ground ball chopper at third base side will get into left field. They're going to wave the runner around. Bourgeois comes up, throwing to the plate. That throw beats the runner by a mile, and tossed out at home will be Logan Williams, and that'll wrap it up. Bourgeois, a nice first appearance out in left field. He gets the outfield assist, throwing out the runner at home to wrap things up in the first inning. That'll do it. Keeps it a scoreless ball game. We head to the top of the second here on 541radio.com.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
The designated hitter, number 21, Brody Black.
0-0 ball game as we start the top of the second inning. Doc Stewart's baseball brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? First pitch to Brody Black, leading things off for the Docs. The cleanup man will take pitch inside for ball 1. 0-0 after the outfield assist by Drake Bourgeois keeps it a scoreless game. A dart to the plate he threw in to get the runner. Ball in the air for Brody Black here on the 1-0 pitch. He flies out to center fielder Franklin Leonard. One away. Both pitchers so far getting help from their defense. Jonathan Stone in the bottom of the first there, the double play, and then the outfield assist to help get him out of that first inning without giving up a run. Definitely he is saying thanks to his defense after that first inning. Here in the top of the second, one away, Jacob Luther will hit. He takes in the dirt for ball 1. Luther playing at second base, part of that double play defensively in the last half inning. Hitting with one out and nobody on. Pitch high and inside gives him a 2-0 count. Doc's wearing their orange jerseys here today, the orange tops. Doc Stewart's again across the front. White numbers on the back, the gray trousers for the Docs, black socks for many of the guys. As the ball flared out to right field, it's in a tough spot. Luther will get on with a bloop single. Diving, Nolan Jackson, he had the diving grab to end the first inning, but he comes up just a bit short on his attempt here in the second, and the Doc Stewarts get their first base hit. A bloop single out to right field. Luther finds his way on base.
The right fielder, number 4.
There's one of those Texas leaguers. Logan Williams, the second baseman, also in the area, but it was Jackson that probably had the best angle on it. 1 on, 1 out. Peyton Hope will get a chance to hit here, the right fielder for the Docs here in today's ball game. He swings at the first pitch, grounder to third. They go to second for 1. The relay to first is high. It gets by and out of play. Peyton Hope will get to second base. Luther forced out at second, 5-4 for the second out. Peyton Hope reaching on a fielder's choice. An error on the throw, then puts him to second. I love having these guys here in the booth here at Corvallis. They are on top of everything, and it makes my life easier because I can just refer to them to tell me exactly what the scoring is on the play. All right, we got 2 down. Man out at second base, Peyton Hope. And up next for the Docs will be Drake Bourgeois. A lot of guys getting a chance to get some at-bats that haven't had many so far this season for the Docs. Bourgeois' first pitch, a breaking ball. He puts it straight up in the air on the infield, and it'll be the pitcher, Justin Doyle, as he comes across the first base chalk line into foul territory to make the grab. So the Docs leave a man stranded out at second base. Cannot bring anybody around. They do get one base hit here in the top of the second, but it's still a scoreless ball game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Docs Baseball online at 541radio.com.
Corvallis County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Bottom of the second inning from Corvallis. The Roseburg Doc Stewarts in a scoreless game with the Marketmen. Today's action's been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth & Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Fisher's Hearth & Home. Jonathan Stone on the mound. He'll face the first lefty in the lineup for Corvallis. Nolan Jackson steps in. The first pitch low for ball 1. Jackson playing in right field has had a couple of diving attempts out there. He made good on the first diving attempt in the first inning. Came up a bit short in the second. He's got a 2-0 count as Jonathan Stone on the mound. Misses a couple of pitches outside. 2-0 delivery. Fastball. Challenged him there. It's flared out toward left field. Long run for Bourgeois, and he won't get there as that one lands in foul territory. Down the left field line, it just kept hooking foul. And Jackson fighting off the fastball. He'll head back to home. He was already on his way to second base by the time that one landed in foul territory. And Bourgeois showing some decent speed out there in left. Almost got to that one in foul territory. Just a little behind it. 2 balls and a strike now. Jonathan Stone out of the stretch. Out of the windup. He'll fire a strike on the outside corner. Evens it up at a 2-2. Stone, he does look a little, sometimes a little different out there. He is a big guy, listed at 6'7" during the high school basketball season. Gets a check swing, grounder towards third. Noah Burke up with it. He's over to Lucido in time for the first out. 1 down with the bases empty. Noah Burke getting his first action of the game there at third base. He's gotten a couple of games in at third. Coach Shaver wanting to try and get those guys in that haven't seen as many innings throughout the season and wants to make sure they get some time out in the field, stay fresh, make sure they're ready when called upon. First pitch fouled away for Ben Lead, the catcher. Lead standing in with 1 out, nobody on base. Comes from Crescent Valley High School. Will be a senior this next school year. His first year with the Marketmen. The 0-1 pitch to him. Grounder back up the middle. It goes off the leg for Stone. He'll flip to first. Did he get it there in time? He will. A kick ball off the mound for Jonathan Stone, and he kicked it to first base. He chased it down and flips it over to Lucido in time for the out. And now out will come head coach Scott Shaver to have a conversation with his pitcher to make sure he's all right. That looked like went more off of his shin than it did off of his foot. Nice job staying with the play to make it over at first, retiring the second out. But now they want to make sure that Jonathan Stone, who will play most games at first base, he swings a pretty good stick. They want to make sure he's not going to put himself in any harm of doing any more damage if he's a little dinged up there. 2 down, he'll stay in the game. A quick visit to the mound for everybody involved. Stone will face Riley Smith, the DH, who bats for the pitcher Justin Doyle. 2 down, first pitch of the at-bat. It's fired in for a strike. Bottom end of the strike zone there. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, left side, picked up by Burke. Noah across the diamond to Luke Lucido to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning defensively for the Doc Stewarts. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Marketmen. We're still scoreless through 2 innings as we head to the top of the third. You're watching Docs Baseball online at 541radio.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
The third baseman, number 10.
Well, so far it has been all defense in this one. The Doc Stewarts and the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen all knotted at 0. We start the top of the third inning. It's Noah Burke to lead things off. He takes for ball 1. We've got Noah Burke, Gabe Burke, and then back to the top of the lineup with Garrett Russell for the Docs here in the third. The 1-0 delivery from Justin Doyle into his third inning of work. He misses outside, giving Noah Burke a 2-0 count. Wind seems to be blowing in towards us here at the press box, which means likely blowing in from the outfield. Haven't seen anybody challenge the wind so far, as Burke will swing through for strike 1. Seen a few pop-ups, but nothing too deep out there as of yet. We'll continue to monitor the wind situation. I imagine it'll keep blowing throughout much of the evening. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball cuts through for strike 2, giving Noah Burke a 2-2 count. Checking in, our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update on the College World Series. 4-0 Oregon State on top as they are in the top of the 8th of that Game 3 final. The Beavers still leading there. I guess that means they are 6 outs away from claiming their 3rd national championship in program history. Full count pitch coming up for Noah Burke. He swings. That might have been ball 4, but he fouls it back to the screen to stay alive. Three balls, 2 strikes against Noah Burke. Here from Corvallis. Doyle delivers. Chopper foul again. Heading over towards the Docs dugout down the third base side. Docs occupying that visiting dugout in the sun. Meanwhile, the home team, Corvallis down the first base side, getting a little bit of shade. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Well, Noah Burke was acting as if maybe he got a piece of it. Noah was acting as if he got a piece of it. The umpire behind the plate didn't seem to think that was the case. The coaches for the Docs pleading their case, and the umpires will get together, and they will confirm that it is a strikeout. Burke didn't run. It was a pitch in the dirt. I figured he would have been off to first base. He didn't run. That's why I was leaning towards believing him that it was a foul tip at the plate, but apparently not going to be the case. First strikeout of the game for Justin Doyle, one away. Gabe Burke will step in next, and the first pitch he takes for ball one. Gabe Burke, the 9-hitter in the lineup card for the Doc Stewarts here today, getting the start at the catcher position. 1-0 pitch here for the Marketmen. Doyle misses inside. Corvallis wearing their golden yellow tops with the blue numbers on the front and the back. Corvallis in script across the front, the white trousers, blue caps for him. Line drive, and it'll take one hop to second base. Logan Williams up with it, throws to first, and that is 2 away now. The Marketmen headed to the dugout thinking that's out number 3, and the right side of the infield will have to head back out for the final out here in the first. Or excuse me, make it the third. We're all getting situated in this one. 4-3 to put out there for Gabe Burke. 2 down, and on top of the lineup now will be Garrett Russell. First pitch to Russell, in for strike one. Russell flew out to left field in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 in this game. He'll swing at a breaking ball away and misses, and falls quickly into an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes here. Top of the third inning, scoreless ball game. Only 3 hits total between the two clubs. Breaking ball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes against Russell. Justin Doyle looking to try and wrap things up with a quick 1-2-3 frame. And he'll get Russell to swing at one, and Russell stays alive, fouling it back to the backstop. Now the Beavers look like they are going to be heading to the bottom of the 8th, leading 4-0. They are 3 outs away from claiming the national title. What a run. Breaking ball stays high. That had Russell's knees buckling, but the pitch did not break enough to catch the top end of the strike zone there. A lot of off-speed pitches from the Doyle. He'll look to try and get the strike 3 pitch here. The 2-2. Chopped foul, third base side. What a run for the Beavers. They lose the opener and then rally back to make it into the finals with some big wins. And then in the finals, lose the opener again and then rally back with the 9th inning rally last night. We were watching that while we were on the air, and that was exciting up in the press box. I'm sure exciting for everybody watching as well. The 2-2 pitch, another breaking ball swung on and missed by Russell. He'll go down with another strikeout. 2 Ks in the third inning for Justin Doyle, and he sets the Doc Stewarts down in order. And it's still a 0-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the third here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for Girding Builders.
Bottom of the third inning, still a scoreless game. Doc Stewart's baseball here on the video player at 541radio.com. Welcome in, everybody. Jonathan Stone out there. He'll face the 8-9-1 hitters here in the third. trying to keep the game scoreless. He'll face left-handed batter Ryan Hall and misses low and outside to start things off here in the bottom of the third inning. No runs on one hit for the Docs. No runs on 2 hits and 1 error for Corvallis. The 1-0 pitch fouled over the left side and out of play. That gives Ryan Hall a 1-1 count. Hunter Johnson waits on deck. He'd be the last batter to face Jonathan Stone for the first time. Stone gets another foul ball out of Hall, and it goes to a 1-2 count. Docs Baseball here on 541radio.com, brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. The 1-2 delivery for Hall. Breaking ball just a bit outside. 2-2 count. Ryan Hall from Santiam Christian. First year here with the Girding Builders Marketmen. Class of 2018. He'll foul off another pitch. Stays at the dish with the 2-2 count. So checking on the Beavers here. We'll keep the eye on it. It's bottom of the 8th. They're looking to add some more insurance, leading 4-0. They are 3 outs away from winning the 2018 National Championship. Pitch high and swung on and missed. And Ryan Hall will go down with a Joe's Towing strikeout. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. A strikeout, big punch out there for Jonathan Stone. He gets his first of the game. 1 away, base is empty. Hunter Johnson, the third baseman, his first at-bat. He squares the bunt, pulls it back as he takes for ball 1. Stone staring in. Gets the signal from Gabe Burke behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Today's game, I also want to let you know the uniform descriptions have been brought to you by Hammer Sport, Douglas County's hottest custom sportswear store for custom team jerseys, hats, and more. Find them in downtown Roseburg on Jackson Street. Doc's going with orange again. That's been a good color for him the last couple of days. Pitch fouled away for a 2-0 count. Excuse me, 2-1 count. I guess these jerseys actually were the ones they were wearing when they lost 2 games at Grants Pass. But yesterday they had the sleeveless orange tops, and that's served them pretty well against Grants Pass at home as the ball fouled away again, evening up the count at 2-2. Home has been a pretty good plot for the Doc Stewarts. Docs are 5-1 at home this year, but 5-7 on the road. This Corvallis club, they've played 8 times at home. They're 3-5 here at the friendly confines of Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. 5-4 away from home. 2-2 delivery from Stone. The 9-hitter takes for ball 3. That one didn't miss by much. Hunter Johnson now with a full count. 1 away with nobody on base. Stone's full count pitch. Strike 3 called, and that's back-to-back punch-outs for Jonathan Stone. Another Joe's Towing strikeout. 2 down. And to the top of the lineup we'll go. Both teams about even on where they've been in the lineup here. If Stone can get the leadoff man Grant Carley for the final out here in the third, both teams will have had 10 hitters to the plate through 3 innings. First pitch, strike 1 against Carley. Carley had a walk in the first inning. He takes for a 1-1 count. Home umpire has a kind of slow and deliberate strike call. I think if I didn't have headphones on, I might be able to hear his strike call a little better, but kind of has me sometimes waiting to see exactly ball or strike on a couple of pitches. Swing and a miss makes it a 1-2 count here against Grant Carley, the shortstop. 2 away, nobody on. The 1-2 is upstairs. Stone tries to get him to chase on a fastball high. Carley does not oblige. He'll have a 2-2 count as he stands back in. Stone's 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball, knocked down behind the plate by Gabe Burke. Not getting the hitter to chase, and we go to a full count once again. Jonathan Stone out there. Again, a 1-0 record for him this year. He got a win against the Grants Pass Caveman High School team early on. The 3-2 pitch out to right field. Going back, Peyton Hope camps underneath it for the final out. A 1-2-3 frame. Back-to-back innings where Jonathan Stone's been able to retire. Corvallis in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We're through 3 in this 9-inning contest. It's still scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
The shortstop, number 6, Caden Johnson.
We welcome you back here to Corvallis for the top of the 4th inning. Scoreless ball game between the Doc Stewarts and the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Caden Johnson leads things off with a foul ball into the netting behind home for strike 1. Scoreless game. This action brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Squaring to bunt. Johnson puts it down third base side. Bare hand, throw to first. Not going to get there in time. It gets by. Caden heading for second, and it'll go out of play. And Caden Johnson will get a hit and then an error. Gets on to first and then up to second on the throwing error by third baseman Hunter Johnson. And the Docs will have a man in scoring position with nobody out here to start the 4th inning. They've headed to the top of the 9th in Omaha. The Oregon State Beavers now leading 5-0, 3 outs away from winning a national championship. We'll let you know as soon as that one goes final. And the game, again, is on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score, so you can catch it there if you'd like to tune in for the final call from Mike Parker. If the Beavers do win, I'm sure he'll be going crazy on the radio. Love Mike and his calls. 1-0 count for Luke Lucido. Luke standing in 0 for 1 in the game, had a fly ball to right field that was picked off by Nolan Jackson. Pitch gets by the catcher, Ben Lead, and up to third base with the wild pitch goes Caden Johnson. Now 90 feet from home with nobody out, and a 2-0 count for Luke Lucido. Wind blowing and picking up here in Corvallis. A strike across to make it a 2-1 count. Luke trying to drive in a run. He went 3 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday against Grants Pass. Was 0 for 2 before Brody Black came in for him in the DH position yesterday. He swings and misses at a breaking ball. Makes it a 2-2 count. He waved at that one, just did not have much luck on finding it. The 2-2 pitch, outside and low for ball 3. Makes it a full count against Luke, who's getting a chance to play at first. Figured he'd be a DH throughout much of the season, rehabbing from that shoulder injury, but getting to play at first today. The 3-2 pitch, he takes it foul down the left field side. Well struck, would have been good enough to bring in a run if he could have just straightened it out and kept it in fair territory. Foul ball stays at a 3-2 count. On at third base, Caden Johnson looking to be the go-ahead run for the Docs here in this scoreless ball game. Top of the 4th inning. Luke reaches for one upstairs. That might get in. It will not fall in, but it's caught. Throw to the plate. Not going to be in time. Caden Johnson will score. And a sacrifice fly for Luke Lucido. I almost thought he was going to find the alley with that one. It hung up long enough for Ryan Hall. He gets underneath it, throws in, but it's not in time to pick off Caden Johnson. So the Doc Stewarts will take the early lead 1-0 on the sac fly by Luke Lucido.
The designated hitter, number 20.
One away, and up next will be Brody Black, the DH, hitting with nobody on and one out. His team now in front, 1-0. Wind really picking up here. You can probably hear it on the field microphone for us. Brody takes for ball one. The 1-0 delivery from Doyle. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball there. Brody in with the 1-1 count. First out made in the top of the ninth. 2 more to go for Oregon State. Keeping tabs on that. Brody flew out to center his first time up. He takes this one to left field. It's going to get down and rolls all the way to the wall. Brody Black heading for 2. He'll get in with a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the ballgame for the Doc Stewarts. Brody Black pulls one out to left field. He gets it down in the corner. And the Docs will have a man in scoring position yet again. One away, out at second base, Brody Black, as Jacob Luther comes in to hit next. He rips that one into left field. Ryan Hall, a long way to run to get to that one. Landed just short of the warning track, then a couple of hops to the fence, and Brody finds himself in scoring position. Jacob Luther had a bloop single to right field his first time up. He'll put one back to the mound. They've got Brody Black in no man's land. Brody trying to make his way back to second before the tag. They will get him as he dives in head first. A nice snag on the mound by Justin Doyle, and Brody just kind of got caught out in no man's land. He was starting to head to third, realized he needed a freeze, and he got stuck. Doyle making the smart play to check on the runner at second before throwing to first, and he gets Brody Black for out number 2. So fielder's choice puts Jacob Luther on at first. Two down. First pitch, strike one here against Peyton Hope. Beavers got 2 outs now. They need 1 more to win that natty. That has a few here in Corvallis, predictably excited. 0-1 delivery for Hope. It's instead a throw over to first base to check on Luther. The 0-1 in the dirt, gets away from the catcher briefly, throw down to second. Ben Lee throws it into center field. Luther will just turn. He's heading for third, and the center fielder misplays it. It rolls by him. Luther's going to go from first all the way to home, and he'll score the second run of the game for the Doc Stewarts. That is a costly throwing error. We're going to give 2 errors on that one. The catcher, Ben Lee, throwing it wide of second into center field. And then the center fielder misplaying it. Franklin Leonard, his misplay allowed Jacob Luther to continue running around the bases and find his way all the way home. Base is empty now, a 1-1 pitch. And it misses for ball 2, 2-1 count. That's a wild pitch moving Luther to second, the error moving him to third, and then the second error moving him to home. 2-1 for Peyton. Left side. Backhand in the hole at shortstop. The throw across. That'll beat Peyton Hope out for the final out. But the Doc Stewarts taking advantage of a couple of errors here in the 4th inning to push 2 runs across. They lead 2-0. The Oregon State Beavers ready to charge out of the dugout for the final out of this one, looking to win their national title. We'll keep you posted and have it for you when we come back. Bottom of the 4th up next here on 541radio.com.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
We welcome you back here for the bottom of the fourth. It has gone final in Omaha for a third time in program history. The Oregon State Beavers are national champions in college baseball. Oregon State wins 5-0. A gem by Kevin Abel. He goes the distance, pitches a complete game two-hitter to shut out Arkansas and win the national title for the Oregon State Beavers. It could be a party tonight here in Corvallis when we get done. Hopefully the streets will be clear and we'll be able to get out of town. I don't know if they're going to be raging quite that badly, but big win there for Pat Casey and the Oregon State Beavers. They win their third national title. On the mound, Jonathan Stone dealing here in the fourth inning. He's got a 2-0 lead to work with. He's got a 1-1 count at the plate against the leadoff man in the bottom of the fourth, and that is Franklin Leonard, who will start things out. The 1-1 pitch to him. He'll take for a 2-1 count. So the Beavers win it. A storybook ending to their season after they were on the brink of their season coming to an end, and Arkansas so close to winning the national title. They were one strike, one out away. A foul ball landed between three players. That would have won it. And the Beavers storm their way back and win here in 2018. That's pretty impressive. 3-1 pitch from Jonathan Stone's in the dirt for ball 4. He'll walk the leadoff man to start out the bottom of the fourth inning. Docs leading at 2-0. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Docs. No errors, no runs on 2 hits. 4 errors for Corvallis so far. So the Beavers get to celebrate on the field there at Omaha. That's pretty cool. That game, they'll have plenty of post-game recap for you, I'm sure, coming up on the radio on 1490 The Score there, as Mike Parker will have the post-game show and the recap of Oregon State's national championship victory here today. First pitch high to Logan Williams, who squared to bunt. Williams trying to move the runner over, it looks like, as Leonard on at first after the leadoff walk here in the fourth inning. A 2-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. Logan Williams, 1 for 1 in the game with a ground ball through the right side. Runner going, the pitch fouled away. And that might have caught Gabe Burke behind the plate just a bit there. He comes up, going to walk things off here. Back to first base will go Franklin Leonard on the foul ball. He was running on the play. Looks like Burke's going to probably... He's going to stay in the game, it looks like. Coach Shaver got out of the dugout to check on him for a moment. Coach asked him if he's seeing double. The answer must have been no, as Scott Shaver will head back to the dugout. 1-1 the count against Logan Williams. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Docs leading Corvallis 2-0. This game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. A 1-1 pitch, squaring to bunt. Pulls it back in time to take for ball 2. Logan Williams ahead in the at-bat against Jonathan Stone with a man on at first. Stone trying to avoid giving up the lead. He'll throw over to first base. Lucido there to receive it, and the tag not in time. Throw in, ground ball towards short. Johnson takes it, flips to Luther. The throw to first, in time. They'll get the double play. Another one. Another 6-4-3 double play. That one on Caden Johnson quickly at shortstop, but he was able to field it only about maybe 5 feet away from the bag as he flips over to Luther, and Luther falling away, throws over to first to complete the double play. They turn it around the horn, and there's 2 away, clearing the bases, as Jonathan Stone will try and get the final out here against James Anderson, the first baseman, 1 for 1 in this game. Out of the windup, Stone delivers a breaking ball inside for ball 1. James Anderson, he's coming off of a nice game in the last one for Corvallis. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he hit a home run in that one. So he takes high for a 2-0 count. Anderson belting a 2-run homer as part of a 5-run third inning to help Corvallis win the final of a 3-game series against the Kaiser Crushers. That taking place yesterday. So he's coming off of the hot day at the plate, looking to try and keep that going, but he's got a 3-0 count now from Jonathan Stone. The 3-0 misses high for ball 4, and that'll be a walk with 2 outs, putting a man on at first yet again. I think they know Anderson, a dangerous guy. It's a name I recognize. If I recognize it, I'm sure the coaching staff for the Docs do. It's making his 3rd appearance on this Corvallis squad. Anderson, a longtime resident for the Marketmen, out on the infield, playing at first base here today. I believe that's been a pretty steady position for him throughout his time. Oh, they called him back, apparently. There we go, ball 4. All right, then. So I guess that wasn't a 4-pitch walk. It's a 5-pitch walk.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Still results in the same. A walk issued to Anderson. Again, the delayed call from behind the home plate, leading to a little bit of confusion there. First pitch gets by Burke to the backstop. Up to second base will go Anderson, the wild pitch. Putting a man into scoring position for the Marketmen, and out to the mound will go pitching coach Tom Nielsen to have a quick conversation with Jonathan Stone and Gabe Burke. 1-0 the count for Nolan Jackson, the lefty, at the plate. He grounded out to third base his first time up. He'll have the advantage as he steps back in with that 1-0 count here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts in front of the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Well, the game goes final. The Beavers win. Again, if you'd like to tune in for post-game coverage, you'll have it there at 1490 The Score on the AM dial. For those Beaver fans that might have been watching, I would hope they tune in because it looks like they've already switched on ESPN2 to coverage of WNBA basketball. So get more of your post-game show there on the radio. Ball fouled up in the air. I got to imagine this is going to head out of play. It will bounce into the street down the left side. Strike 1 for Jackson. That one heading towards the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts, which takes my attention in that direction. And we notice that Cade Meisner starting to warm up for the Docs in the bullpen. 1-1 pitch outside for Stone. Makes it a 2-1 count as he looks for the final out here in the 4th inning, trying to preserve this 2-0 lead. Jackson was the first out of the 2nd inning in his ground out to Noah Burke at third. 2-1 pitch, check swing. They'll appeal. No, he did not go around, according to the umpire in the field. 3-1 count. Stone has issued a couple of walks in this game, 2 of them here in the 4th, 3 total. On the verge of another one. The 3-1 pitch, runner going, the pitch outside, throw down to third. Not going to be in time. A walk issued and a stolen base for James Anderson gets him to third base. So 2nd walk in a row for Jonathan Stone. 3 walks here in the 4th. And he's got himself in a little bit of trouble here. Runners on the corners. 2 down, though. Ben Lead, the catcher, will step up next.
Number 14, Ben Lead.
Lead stands in 0 for 1 in the game. He had the comebacker up the middle that Jonathan Stone practically kicked to first base. Lead with an opportunity to try and put the first run on the board for Corvallis as he fouls away the first pitch. 2-0 your score. With the Docs in front trying to hang on to that here in the 4th inning. 5th hitter to the plate for the Marketmen. On at first base, Nolan Jackson takes a nice lead over there. At third base, James Anderson, pitch outside for ball 1. Well, the college baseball season has come to an end, so for all you sports fans, Now it's Doc Stewart's season in full force the rest of the summer. 1-1 pitch coming up for Stone. He misses low. It goes to a 2-1 count. And that leads me to bringing up the fact that it's going to be a fun summer for the Doc Stewarts. It's already been a fun summer. But we found out officially this week that your Doc Stewarts are going to be the host of the 2018 state tournament. More on that as a pitch misses inside. It'll go to a 3-1 count. That one not far off the mark for Jonathan Stone. Stone laboring through this fourth inning. He got the first 2 outs on a double play. Other than that, though, he has walked 3 batters here in this fourth inning. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. The 3-1's in the dirt for ball 4, and that is 3 straight walks issued by Jonathan Stone. 4 total here in the fourth inning. He needs a little bit of help now. Bases loaded. 2 away. Anderson at third, Jackson at second, lead at first. And they will leave lead in to run. Not using a courtesy runner for the catcher. Cade Meisner still throwing in the bullpen, and now here will come head coach Scott Shaver, and it looks like we may get a call to the pen. Shaver trying to call time. Now he'll get the home umpire's attention. Visit out to the mound. That's going to bring Gabe Burke out from behind the plate to go have a conversation, and we'll see. Stone does hand over the baseball, and that'll do it for him. He leaves with the game in his team's favor. We'll see if it stays that way as we've got a call to the pen, and it'll be Cade Meisner to take over. Call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. We'll have more for you after this here on 541radio.com.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Number 19, Cade Meisner.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Things started out well for Jonathan Stone after a walk. He got a double play to get 2 outs, but he's walked 3 straight batters since and loads the bases. And that'll do it for him as he comes out of the game after 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 hits, no runs at the moment. 5 walks and 2 strikeouts for Stone. He'll give way to Cade Meisner from Sutherland High School. Will take over on the mound for the Doc Stewarts after this call to the pen. Brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulana or visit their websites, webuildhouses.com. Cade Meisner takes over on the season. Meisner with a 1-0 record. He'll fire in a first pitch strike as he faces Riley Smith, the DH for Corvallis. Hits for the pitcher's position. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. And quickly to an 0-2 count here for Meisner. Trying to get the final out. And preserve this 2-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. The 0-2 delivery coming up. Pitch outside. Count goes 1-2. A lot of other action. It's not just the Beavers in action today and the Doc Stewarts. We got a lot of other games going on. We'll try to update you throughout this broadcast. A 1-2 pitch. Just misses low. Goes 2-2. In Area 4 today, you've got the Papa's Pizza tournament going on in Eugene. Willamette Valley and Eugene are both there and both taking part. Playing today is a foul ball back. We'll keep it a 2-2 count for Riley Smith. Willamette Valley in action just a little bit earlier. They're probably getting close to wrapping up. They were taking on Toyota Baseball from Washington. They started at 5. Coming up at 7:30, Eugene versus Southridge in the Papa's Pizza tournament. 2-2 pitch from Cade Meisner. Just misses, and the count will go full. We'll take a look at the Area 4 standings for you as well after everybody now has their first league series under their belts. 3-2 pitch coming up here for Smith. He fouls it back again, challenged by the fastball from Meisner, and it stays a full count. At third base, Anderson. At second, Jackson. Lead on at first. 2-0 score for the Docs, and it'll now be a 2-1 score as Meisner will walk in a run. So one run comes in, and that is the fourth straight walk issued by the Docs pitching staff. Picking up an RBI, Riley Smith. He battled there, fouling off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes to keep his at-bat going. Everybody moves up 90 feet. It's now 2-1 your score. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, but the lead cut in half for the Docs. First pitch, strike 1 against the lefty, Ryan Hall. Hall comes in with a strikeout to his total so far. The 0-1 pitch to him. Ground ball right side. It'll get through in right field. The game tied. The go-ahead run is going to hold at third. Peyton Hope sending it in. And Ryan Hall will come up with an RBI base knock. That scores Nolan Jackson from third. And now 2 runs to the total of Jonathan Stone, and he'll exit the game.
Number 6.
He'll either get a no decision or he'll take the loss, depending on whether or not the Doc Stewarts can get the final out and keep it a 2-2 ball game. Ben lead on at third, Riley Smith at second, Ryan Hall at first, and hitting is Hunter Johnson, the third baseman. First pitch, strike 1. Cade Meisner has come in and thrown strikes, but he had to battle against Riley Smith, who fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches, and Ryan Hall was able to get one through the infield for an RBI single. Foul ball makes it an 0-2 count now against Hunter Johnson. He struck out looking back in the third. The 0-2 delivery for Meisner. Just low, and it goes to a 1-2 count. Docs are trying to keep this one from going in Corvallis' favor now with a tie ball game at 2-2. Swinging a ball in the air right side into foul territory. Lucido looks like he might have a chance, and he will make the play. Lucido tailing back behind the home dugout on the first base side over there in foul territory. Luke Lucido will make the final out, and that'll wrap up things here in the fourth. But the Doc Stewarts give up the lead. 2 runs come in for Corvallis. It's tied 2-2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning in this 9-inning contest here on 541radio.com.
Corvallis County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Come back here in Corvallis where they've got the radio broadcast of Mike Parker in the postgame show as the Oregon State Beavers win their 3rd national championship in program history. Our game has gotten a little bit more interesting here after Corvallis has come back to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie up the ball game.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Dr. Stewart.
The Doc Stewarts scoring 2 in the top of the 4th. Corvallis comes back to score 2 of their own in the bottom of the 4th. And we head to the top of the 5th inning with the game tied 2-2. Drake Bourgeois will lead things off in the first pitch in for strike 1. Oh, 1 delivery for Bourgeois, who comes in. And he will check swing for strike 2. Bourgeois comes in 0 for 1. He popped out to the pitcher in his first at-bat in the second. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. A strikeout looking for Drake Bourgeois. He goes down. And that'll be the third strikeout of the game for Justin Doyle.
Number 10, Noah Burke.
Doyle still out there working now into his fifth inning for Corvallis. A breaking ball, strike 1 against Noah Burke. The 0-1 delivery coming up for Noah. Misses inside, goes 1-1. That first inning, or excuse me, the bottom of the fourth inning there for the Docs. Walks being the issue. 5 of them total in the frame. That really extended that inning longer than it needed to be, and of course then gives Corvallis the opportunity to tie this one up, sitting at 2-2 here in the top of the fifth. At the plate, it's a 2-1 count for Noah. Burke will take strike 2 on the outside edge. The 2-2 delivery coming up for Burke. Strike 3 called again. Another Doc Stewart hitter going down looking. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Justin Doyle. 2 away, and up next it'll be Gabe Burke who will stand in. 0 for 1 in the game for him. A ground out to second base. Corvallis starting to pick up some momentum here. Doyle out of the windup, facing the 9-hitter. First pitch swinging. Burke puts it high in the air, out towards third base. It'll be the shortstop. Carley calling for it, just behind the bag at third. He'll make the final out. So the Doc Stewarts go down in order. And the Doc Stewarts, in a tie ball game, we'll try to keep it that way as we head to the bottom of the fifth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. You're watching Docs Baseball at 541.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay. Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Cade Meisner will stay in the game for the Doc Stewarts as we begin the bottom of the fifth inning. 9-inning contest for you here on 541radio.com this evening. Meisner came in, unfortunately gave up a walk and a single in the fourth inning that allowed 2 runs to come in. Those 2 runs going to the credit of Jonathan Stone, and Stone exits the game. And he'll get no decision in this one. It's a tie ball game, 2-2, as we start the bottom of the fifth. Doc Stewart's Baseball today brought to you by Clint Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Leading things off, it'll be the top of the order for Corvallis. Grant Carley will get a chance to hit for a second or a third time, make that. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop out. Squares to bunt. That one coming back our way, and it'll fall back behind the netting for strike 1. If I could have leaned out this other window over here, I might have had a chance of catching that foul ball. I'm a little tethered down with all the wires. Another foul ball, this time on a check swing for Carley, and he's got himself an 0-2 count as Cade Meisner coming in. He's been throwing a lot of strikes, which has been great to see. Unfortunately, he had a battle on his hands in his first at-bat and then gave up a single in the second one that he faced. He fires in a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is a Joe's towing strikeout as Grant Carley goes down. First strikeout of the game for Cade Meisner. And it's the first out of the bottom of the fifth. One away, nobody on base. Franklin Leonard will stand in. Leonard is 0 for 1 in the game, drew a walk in the fourth inning. His first pitch, just a bit high for ball one. Docs will have tomorrow off, and they'll have a voluntary hitting session tomorrow morning as the 1-0 is taken for strike one by Franklin. The 1-1 is high for a 2-1 count. Docs will have tomorrow off, then they're back to action on Saturday when they host this Corvallis team for a 9-inning wood bat game down in Roseburg there at Legion Field. The 2-1 pitch catches the outside edge for strike two. Two-two delivery coming up from Meisner. The big righty fires in. A fastball, swing and a miss yet again. And back-to-back strikeouts for Meisner. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5.
So Meisner dealing here in the fifth inning. First pitch to the three-hitter Logan Williams, just a bit high. Well, starts out with a 1-0 count. My best Bob Euchre there. Inside edge for strike one here against Logan Williams. That first pitch was up near the eyeballs, more than just a bit high. That one was well outside the strike zone. A 1-1 count, though, after Meisner fights back and gets one on the inside edge. He goes to the outside corner this time for strike two. Meisner, after a maybe slightly shaky start in the fourth inning, coming on in relief. He has done nicely here in the fifth inning. Back-to-back strikeouts, and he's got a 1-2 count against the three-hitter Logan Williams, who's 1 for 2 today. And the fire in is just going to miss on the 1-2 to even it up at a 2-2 count. Meisner looking to strike out the side here. His payoff pitch coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing, and that one in the air towards right field. Peyton Hope backpedaling, finding his spot underneath it, and he'll make the final out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Cade Meisner in the bottom of the fifth. We stay tied at 2-all, and we go to the top of the sixth inning. Doc Stewart's coming up to hit with the top of their lineup when we return here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Through 5 innings of play, it's a 2-2 ball game. It's been a tight one so far. Scoreless through the first 3 innings, then both teams with 2 runs in the fourth, and we're still knotted at 2. Joey Kieran here with you from Corvallis, Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. Leadoff man Garrett Russell will stand in. His third at-bat, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away over into the grassy berm down the right side. A very comfortable spot to watch a game from here at Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. Russell 0 for 2 in this ball game. Struck out his last time up. He'll fight one off towards the mound. The comebacker fielded by Justin Doyle, who's still working out there, and he will flip it over to first for the out. 0 for 3 today for Garrett Russell. been battling a little bit there at the plate as of late. Looking to get himself going once again. Caden Johnson in next, 1 for 2 today. Reached on a bunt single in the fourth. Eventually came around to score that inning on a sacrifice fly by Luke Lucido. First pitch to him's high for ball 1. Well, going on, we mentioned the games at the Papa's Pizzas tournament today. Also have the Roseburg Renegades in action today. They're not, of course, Legion Baseball. They were playing Junior State Baseball, playing an independent schedule this season, but the Renegades playing a doubleheader at home there at Legion Field. Game 1 goes final. They win 14-4 against South Medford. Ball in the air for Caden Johnson out towards center field. It hangs up for Franklin Leonard, who will make the second out. The wind picking up there. I'm sure that one slowed down a bit off the bat due to that wind that has been blowing consistently in from the outfield. 2 down, nobody on base. Luke Lucido, a chance to hit again. He is 0 for 1 with the sac fly. First pitch inside corner, catches for strike 1. So the Renegades picking up a win there. 14-4 over South Medford is another strike in against Lucido. Has an 0-2 count. Trying to think here. I know I looked at their record here recently. And I'm going to have to sign into the account to try and look at that. 0-2 pitch for Luke. He puts this one high into the air. It'll go out dead center field. Pretty shallow, though. And Leonard underneath it for the final out. Not a lot of offense so far here today. It's still a 2-2 ball game as the Docs go down in order for yet another inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied at 2 here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's a 2-2 ball game here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall. For new patients, mention the code Perfect Smile and receive a free exam and x-rays. Cade Meisner out on the mound again. He's started in the 4th inning in relief of Jonathan Stone. He's pitched an inning and a third. He'll get a first pitch strike across. Against the 4-hitter, James Anderson, who is 1 for 1 in the game with a single and a walk. He has scored a run. The 0-1 pitch to him is a bit upstairs for a 1-1 count. Anderson played at Crescent Valley High School, graduated 2017 at Western Oregon this last year. His 1-1 pitch comes in high and gets him on the front shoulder. Meisner losing control of that one, puts a runner on to lead things off here in the 6th. First hit batter of the ball game for either side. I'm sure that fastball didn't feel all that great on that front shoulder there for Anderson. He heads on down to first. 1 on with no outs. Meisner now working with a runner on base. He set down Corvallis in order in the 5th inning with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out, but he hits the first batter here. He'll throw over to first base to check on Anderson, who showed off some speed in the 4th inning. He had a stolen base going to 3rd. On the mound, first pitch to the lefty, Nolan Jackson. It's in for strike one. Jackson today, he drew a walk in the fourth inning, was the second run to come in and score. He tied the game up. He'll square to bunt here. The 0-1, he puts it down left side of the mound. Meisner throws to first. They'll get the out. Up to second base goes Anderson. Sack bunt. Jackson moving up the runner into scoring position. One away. Ben Lead will stand in, 0 for 1 in the game.
Number 14, Ben Lead.
Lead has got a walk to his totals. They throw back to second. Back in, Anderson will go ahead first slide. Lead walking in the fourth, one of 5 walks issued by the Docs pitching staff. First pitch to him, misses high for ball 1. Lead also had the comebacker up the middle in the second that went off the leg of Jonathan Stone. 1 ball and no strikes here against Lead. The catcher stands back in with his open stance. Meisner misses inside. That was a pitch that I had a bad feeling was going to plunk Lead right in the back. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away. Swing and a foul ball back into the netting for strike 1. Corvallis coming off of a win in their last game against the Kaiser Crushers. That was yesterday. Then on Tuesday, though, they lost a doubleheader here at home against Kaiser, 7-1 and 9-3. 2-1 pitch now for Lead. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Burke, who stares down the runner out at second, and Anderson will head back to the bag. Surprised to not see him running on that one. He'll play the cautious route, stays at second, a 3-1 count for Ben Lead at the plate. Meisner looking for the second out, and he'll miss high for ball 4. Second walk in the game for Ben Lead. Second walk issued by Cade Meisner. 2 on, 1 away, and Riley Smith will stand in. Excuse me while I deal with my allergies there. Smith stands in with 2 on and 1 away. He'll line one out to center field. Russell won't get there in time, and it gets by him. That's going to allow the go-ahead run to come in to score. Anderson comes around third. And Riley Smith picks up a single, but it's the error in center field by Russell that allows the run to come in. Ben Lead up to second, runners at first and second. Now a 3-2 lead for Corvallis. Ryan Hall steps in. He's 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single in the fourth that tied the game. Now Corvallis with the lead with a run here in the bottom of the sixth. On top 3-2. Ball goes off the glove of Cade Meisner on the mound on the return throw back to the bump. A 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs. 2-0 count now for Hall. Hall, a left-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher. Strike in, makes it a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch fouled away by Hall. Evens up his count at 2-2. Runners at first and second. Meisner's 2-2 delivery out of this stretch. Fastball chopper back to the mound. He'll go to second for 1. Johnson's throw to first. Did he get it there in time? No, he does not, and the inning will continue. Runners on the corners now. Caden Johnson's turn at second, just a hair slow. Ryan Hall quickly down the line, the lefty. Out of the box, getting to first on the fielder's choice. Forced out at second was Riley Smith. Up to third base went Ben Lead. So they've got him on the corners with 2 down. And it'll be the 9-hitter Hunter Johnson to try and drive in another run. Corvallis already with 1 run in this inning to take a 3-2 lead. He squared to bunt but does not offer. Takes for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Johnson 0 for 2 in this game, out of the 9 spot. Swings in this one in the air, on the run, heading back. Russell underneath it, and Garrett will make the final out in left center. That'll finish things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but the Doc Stewarts give up the lead. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Doc Stewart error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. 9-inning ball game, still a lot of time left to go. You're watching Doc's Baseball here at 541radio.com.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
We start the 7th inning with the Doc Stewarts trailing 3-2. Joey Kieran here with you from Corvallis. I don't know if you can hear any of the screaming in the background. The Oregon State Beavers winning a national title here today. They weren't here in Corvallis. Back in Omaha at the College World Series, they win 5-0. 3rd championship in program history. I'm sure plenty of people around town celebrating up here today. Here at Corvallis High School, Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field, Docs trail 3-2. Brody Black leading things off, takes a 1-0 pitch for ball 2. Justin Doyle into his 7th inning of work. Only one thrown in the bullpen for Corvallis is a couple of kids. And I don't mean ball players, not for the Marketmen at least. The strike taken, 2-1. Guess you could still say that these rosters still filled with plenty of kids out there playing ball. 2-1 count for Brody. He swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt for strike 2. Brody Black comes in. He had a double his last at-bat in the 4th inning. He's got a 2-2 pitch coming up. It's high for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Brody stands in. The pitch well outside from Doyle, and that'll be a leadoff walk for the Docs as they look to try and get back into this one, trailing 3-2. The walk issued to Brody. If I'm not mistaken, that'll be the first walk issued by Justin Doyle this afternoon. I guess officially probably no longer afternoon, 7:30 here this evening. That'll be the first walk issued for Doyle. He'll check on Brody over at first. Brody back in with the head first slide. Jacob Luther in next, 1 for 2 today. Got on with a fielder's choice in the 4th and scored a run. He puts this one in the air out towards left center. On the run is Franklin Leonard. The left fielder will get there in time for out number 1. Franklin Leonard ranging to his right. That one was in the alley, but not hit hard enough to get down before the center fielder can make his way there. 1 out. Peyton Hope will bat next. 0 for 2 in the game for Peyton. Getting some of his first at-bats of the season. Has not had many opportunities this year. Mainly being used as a pitcher, but he was a utility guy at Sutherland High School. Earned All-State honors as a utility player at the 4A level. So they're letting him stretch his legs a little bit playing in right field. Hope swings through strike 2 for an 0-2 count with Brody Black still on at first and 1 down. Justin Doyle looking for a possible ground ball double play option or a punch-out pitch here with the 0-2 delivery coming up. It's low. Count will go 1-2 for Peyton. Peyton with a couple of ground balls to the left side so far. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second, but grounded out to short in the fourth. Batting here in the 7th inning with the Docs trailing 3-2 against Corvallis. The 1-2 pitch from Justin Doyle. The righty delivers high, and it goes 2-2. Sun's starting to make its way down towards the horizon. Still probably a little ways to go. Rather surprising how long the sun stays in the sky at this point in the summer. Only a couple of days away from July, which is rather shocking. Looking at the schedule as time called, Peyton got some dirt in his eye, I think, there. A little bit of dust kicked up. Looking at the schedule, the Docs with the game here against Corvallis. Then they host Corvallis on Saturday. Monday, they'll be on the road at Portland, and then they get some time off for the 4th of July holiday. That's unusual. It's a 2-2 pitch. Bounces in. Brody heading for second. He'll get there on the wild pitch, and it'll be a full count at the plate for Peyton Hope. The Docs, they're telling me, they're trying to convince me to get the Docs to play in the tournament here at in Corvallis. We've done that for a number of years. There's a swing and a miss on the full count pitch to Peyton Hope. He'll go down as another strikeout victim for Justin Doyle, and as the second out here in the 7th. 5 strikeouts total now for Doyle. Man in scoring position with 2 outs for the Doc Stewarts. It'll go to Drake Bourgeois to try and keep the inning going. Bourgeois 0 for 2. Look back to second, no one covering the bag for Doyle to try and throw back and get Brody Black. Docs have made their way for 4th of July week, 4th of July holiday here to Corvallis for their tournament. They've done that a while. The Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament is the first pitch to Drake Bourgeois is fouled off. Docs haven't played in that tournament for a couple of years, but they have. They had done it for a number of years prior. Always a good tournament with a lot of good teams. An 0-1 count now for Bourgeois. He's trying to call time, and now we'll get it as he steps out. Out at second base is Brody Black. He drew the walk to lead off things here in the 7th. Moved to second base on a wild pitch, but the hitters behind him haven't really been able to do anything to keep him moving. A pop out and a strikeout. And Drake Bourgeois now at the plate with 2 down. An 0-1 count. The pitch. He puts it out towards left field. Going one way and back the other. Out in left field, Ryan Hall will make the final out. Docs leave one man stranded here in the top of the 7th. No runs on no hits. There were no errors for Corvallis, and the one man left on base for the Docs. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 3-2, Corvallis in front. You're watching Docs Baseball online at 541radio.com.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Okay. Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Through 6.5 innings here at Corvallis, the Doc Stewarts trying to stay in this one, trailing 3-2. Corvallis will start off the bottom of the seventh with the top of their order. Grant Carley, the shortstop, stands in 0 for 2 in this ball game with a walk and a strikeout. Carley, the leadoff man, swings and misses at the first pitch from Cade Meisner, who came in the fourth inning for Jonathan Stone. Stone went 3 2/3 innings, will not factor into the decision. Right now it's Meisner's game to lose as he gets another swing and a miss on another high fastball against Grant Carley. Carley struck out against Meisner in his only appearance against the Doc's reliever here in this contest. The 0-2 pitch coming up. Misses outside. Meisner with 2 punch-outs so far. Those came back in the fifth. Back-to-back strikeouts for him. The 1-2 inside this time, and it goes 2-2. Carley just barely twisting out of the way on that one. He's got a 2-2 count against him. Nobody out, leading things off. Bottom of the seventh inning. It is a 9-inning contest here tonight. That's why Corvallis, the home team, batting in the seventh. Ball fouled away. In case you might have been curious there at home, for those of you that didn't make the trip up here today. In fact, I believe this will be the first 9-inning game of the season for the Doc Stewarts. 2-2 pitch from Meisner. It misses and goes full. Docs will play another 9-inning game against Corvallis on Saturday down at Legion Field. It's the Woodbad game, always a fun special event there, so hopefully you can come on out for that contest. Fighting off a pitch low to the right side, Luther takes a while to get to him, but he'll get it to first in time for the out. A high hopper through the middle of the infield there. Luther able to get it and make the play to first in time for the out. One away.
The center fielder, number 22.
Franklin Leonard will get a chance to step in now with nobody on, 1 out. Leonard is 0 for 2 in the game. Does have a walk, his only time on base. First pitch from Meisner, who works out of the stretch with nobody on. And he launches that one pretty much all the way to the backstop. Meisner out of the bullpen. Don't know if he always works out of the stretch or not. As a sharply hit ground ball towards short. Caden Johnson, a nice job staying in front of that one. Got on him quickly, ranging to his left behind second. And the shortstop fields and throws to first with plenty of time, getting Franklin Leonard for the second out. That's something I'm going to have to make note of and watch and see if Meisner is a guy that always throws out of the stretch. I don't recall him what he's done in previous outings, but with nobody on, he's thrown out of the stretch here. He gets a breaking ball in for strike one. Fires in that pitch against Logan Williams, the second baseman, who is 1 for 3 in the contest. Swing and a miss for strike two. Meisner getting stronger out there. There is an arm warming up for the Doc Stewarts. Kind of looks like it could be Drake Bourgeois. Keep an eye on that. The 0-2 pitch from Meisner outside. Now the Docs have Doran Gillespie throwing out there, and apparently Ryan Hall throwing for Corvallis in their bullpen. A 1-2 count right now with 2 down and nobody on base. The breaking ball loses the grip on it, and it sails in over the head of Logan Williams to give him a 2-2 count. Meisner trying to wrap this one up here, a 1-2-3 inning. The 2-2 is low for ball 3. Meisner unofficially upwards near 60 pitches in this ball game, on in relief, so getting up there a little ways. His 3-2 pitch fouled away. It'll stay a full count with 2 outs and nobody on. Meisner has now pitched, let's see, 2 1/3, 3 full innings in this contest. Looking to try and make it 3 1/3 if he can get the final out here. The 3-2 pitch pulled foul towards the bullpen, and it's Gillespie over there. Heads up play. sees that one coming at him, and he gets his glove on it. Didn't catch it, but he got his glove on it. He is an outfielder, so he's used to that. Usually probably not while he's standing in the bullpen, though. Full count and another pitch here with 2 strikes against Williams, and he'll take it in the dirt. He fights off Cade Meisner to draw the 2-out walk. Runner on for Corvallis, and up to hit James Anderson, the cleanup man. Anderson with a hit in this one. 1 for 1 in this game. He has scored twice. He's drawn a walk and a hit by pitch to get him on base. He's been on base 3 times total in 3 at-bats. 3 plate appearances. He steps up with Williams on at first. A throw over that direction. Williams back in safely. Meisner will come set. Again, a throw over that direction. Luke Lucido over there digging that one out of the dirt to keep it from getting by. Getting closer to the end of this one here from Corvallis is a pitch into the air for Anderson. Going back is Russell in dead center field. He's got plenty of time to settle underneath that one. He makes the squeeze for the final out. Man gets left stranded on base as the Doc Stewarts keep it a 3-2 ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. It's 3-2 our score as we head to the top of the 8th. Getting into the late stages here. Docs looking to make their move. Trailing by a run here on 541radio.com.
Corvallis County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Going to the top of the 8th inning, the Doc Stewarts trailing 3-2 against the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Doc Stewart's baseball tonight, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County.
The third baseman, number 10, Noah.
Still on the mound for Corvallis, Justin Doyle. He'll face Noah Burke. First pitch gets by for ball 1. Noah in this ball game 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch, high and inside. Burke will take for a 2-0 count. Gets ahead here early on. Noah struck out swinging in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 6th. Make that the 5th inning. The 2-0 pitch to him. He ducks out of the way a bit. That one broke, but inside. And Burke will be ahead 3-0. Well ahead to start out the at-bat. He would represent the game-tying run as the Docs trail 3-2 here in the 8th of a 9-inning ball game. The 3-0 is across for strike 1. Burke likely taking all the way on that one. The 3-1 pitch, breaking ball. That one pulled left side, and that's a fair ball. Burke heading for extras. He'll round for second, and he'll get in standing up. And it is a double to lead things off for Noah Burke getting his first base hit of the ball game. And the Doc Stewarts have the game-tying run in scoring position out at second. He got around on that one and pulls that one down the line just barely in fair territory, rolling all the way deep into the left field corner. Chasing it down, Ryan Hall had a long way to go to get to that one. So 1 on with nobody out. Docs with a golden opportunity here to try and tie this game up. Squaring to bunt. Gabe Burke offered at it but fouls it away. And now Scott Shaver's asking how that's a foul ball. And so Shaver, he's going to make a very vocal argument about this one, wanting that one to be a pass ball instead of a foul ball. Shaver not pleased tonight, you could say. He'll head back to the dugout after getting his piece in. So it's an 0-1 count here against Gabe Burke with his brother Noah out at second. He squares to bunt again. He'll pull back, and it's low for ball 1. A 1-1 count. Charging in from first is James Anderson. He was way in on that one for the bunt. Ready there for the defense. They've got the third baseman playing in a little bit as well, but he's covering the bag to make sure that Noah can't quite take it with ease. Strike on the inside corner gives Gabe Burke a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch, time called by Burke. Burke 0 for 2 in the ball game. Ground out to second, a pop out to short. That actually was fielded more towards third base, but by the shortstop. The 1-2 pitch for Burke. Breaking ball in for strike 3. Punch out there for Justin Doyle. He gets that breaking ball in the inside corner. And Burke will go down looking. That is strikeout number 6 for Justin Doyle. 1 away. Still got a man out in scoring position. Noah Burke out at second. Gabe Burke just striking out. Garrett Russell will stand in. This would be a great chance for him to get his first hit of the game, and he'll take for strike 1. The 0-1 for Russell. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Doyle delivers inside, and it evens it up at a 1-1 count. A ball and a strike for Russell. I wouldn't be surprised if you might see him try to lay down a push bunt or a drag bunt here to see if he can get himself on base, but he takes strike 2, and that option probably off the table. Russell, a very talented bunter, and with his speed, gives himself an opportunity, but now at 1-2, he'll choke up. The 1-2 pitch coming from Doyle. And time is called. Russell asked for it just before the pitcher gets into his motion, and he is granted time. Just as Justin Doyle was starting to go into his motion, coming to the plate, he had to hold up. The 1-2 pitch coming for Russell. Breaking ball, he pulls it in the air out towards left field. And on the run, the left fielder Ryan Hall is there for the grab. 2 down. Docs still have the game-tying run at second base, but they haven't been able to move Noah Burke after his leadoff double. 2 down now, and up to bat will be Caden Johnson. Johnson looking for his second hit of the game. Had a single back in the 4th. First pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1. That breaking ball has been baffling the Docs hitters all day. 6 strikeouts so far for Justin Doyle. He's into his 8th inning of work. It's been a long outing for him here. The 0-1, breaking ball. Strike 2 called. That pitch has been working, and the Docs have just been letting it go by each and every time. 0-2 pitch coming up. Does he go back to the breaking ball again? The 0-2 pitch, it was the breaking ball, low this time. Misses for a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes. Justin Doyle looking to wrap up the 8th inning with the game-tying run at second. The 1-2 pitch. That one pulled. A line drive shot to third. Hunter Johnson He squats down and is able to snag it out of the air. A hard hit ball by Johnson. Caden, though, can't get it by the infield as Hunter Johnson makes the play at third. That wraps up the top of the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2. The Doc Stewarts looking to try and keep it a one-run ball game as we continue on here from Corvallis. You're watching Docs Baseball at 541radio.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Center fielder came in for third. Trying to figure out the defensive substitutions here as the Doc Stewarts will shock me just a little bit. I didn't see this one coming. He told me after the game on last night at home that he was going to pitch, and I'll tell you the truth, I didn't believe him. Coming in to throw, it'll be Garrett Russell on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. He's trying to preserve a one-run game. Doc Stewart's trailing 3-2 against Corvallis. It'll be the first appearance, at least to my knowledge, for Garrett Russell. Doc's leaving the game-tying run at second base in the top of the 8th inning. They make the pitching change. Cade Meisner stays in the game. He moves to third. Coming out of the game, Noah Burke. And in for him, Doran Gillespie will take over in center field. So a little bit of change of pace here for Coach Scott Shaver's club. A swing and a miss for strike one as Garrett Russell gets a strike across against Nolan Jackson. The 0-1 pitch outside for ball one. The Docs dugout, I think I think both dugouts kind of going back and forth here today. The 1-1 jam shot out into shallow left center, and that's squeezed by the shortstop, Caden Johnson, for out number one. Russell, he drops down to a three-quarter or full sidearm throw, and he gets his first out on the mound. I'm still baffled by this. Did not see Garrett Russell moving to the mound. You know how guys like to joke around. I totally believed that he was joking with me last night. Apparently not. First pitch, a strike here against the righty Ben Lead, and he'll get another strike against him. 0-2 count with one away. Oh, excuse me, it's a 1-1 count. Line drive shot goes off the glove for Caden Johnson at short. And it'll get into the outfield. Base hit there on the line drive. Just off the glove for Johnson trying to make the adjustment.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 7, Riley Smith.
So one on with one out. The DH, Riley Smith, will bat here. First pitch to Smith is in for strike one. Well, you could probably say a lot of things about Garrett Russell pitching, but he has been throwing strikes, so, at least there's that. He's challenging hitters, throwing in strikes. His 0-1 is in the dirt. stopped by Gabe Burke behind the plate. And I don't know. I can't tell you which side of the dugouts are getting into it, but it seems like it is the Docs dugout. They're having some fun here, I think, with a guy that's probably not going to see the mound many other times this summer. They're having some fun with Russell on the mound. His 1-1 is in the air right side. Peyton Hope chasing it down out there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Riley Smith flying out. 2 down, and it's Ryan Hall to step in next with a man on at first. Corvallis currently leading. Corvallis currently leading 3-2. Hall is 1 for 3 today. First pitch now for the lefty. Hall just misses for ball 1. I thought that was going to be a first pitch strike. 1-0 delivery coming up. Hall had a single for an RBI back in the 4th. To lead off the scoring here for Corvallis. He fouls one off for strike 1. Running out at first base was Ben Lee. He'll have to head back to the bag. A 1-1 count at the plate with 2 down and a man on at first. Russell trying to pitch a scoreless bottom of the 8th. And even when he steps off the rubber, the Doc Stewart's dugout getting excited about Garrett Russell on the mound. Throws over to first. One the count. There we go. I was wondering if my field mic was having some issues. The 1-1 pitch, grounder to first, just in foul territory for Luke Lucido. A 1-2 count. I was feeling like it was kind of quiet here today, but apparently my microphone was having some issues. That's why it felt so quiet. So it's a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm disappointed that my microphone now just starting to pick up the noise. Russell going to have a visit from pitching coach Tom Nielsen here. Out to the mound will go Gabe Burke to have a conversation as well. 1-2 count with 2 away. A runner on at first. Russell trying to pitch this scoreless 8th inning. Got to work on this microphone here. I don't know why we're having a weird connection with it here today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They'll break up the meeting on the mound. There we go. That sounds so much more like we're actually at a ball field. I was feeling like I was just sitting in an empty room by myself half the time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Hall at the plate. He gets on one. It's in the air. Foul territory. Third base side and running out of room. Gabe Burke watches through the screen as that one falls on the other side. Still a 1-2 count here against Ryan Hall. Russell with a pop out to short and a pop out to right field for the 2 outs that he has been able to get. His 1-2 pitch to try and wrap it up here against the lefty Hall. He gets jammed, and it'll be fouled off. Stays a 1-2 count. Out at first base, Ben Lead was heading for second. He heads back to the bag. Russell will wipe off his brow as he gets ready for a 1-2 pitch. We'll see if he stays in for the 9th. Docs don't have anybody warming up in the bullpen as of yet. A 1-2 pitch coming up, trying to wrap it up here. And it's just a little high, and it goes to a 2-2 count. Now you'll be able to probably hear that Docs dugout. They've been quite vocal down there on the third base side. The 2-2 pitch outside. It gets by Burke up to second base. Lead will get in safely with the steal. So a 2-2 count, make it a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a man in scoring position. Ryan Hall steps back in. Pitch comes inside. That'll be ball 4. A battle there for Ryan Hall, and he wins as he draws the 2-out walk. Russell kept challenging him. He kept fouling off pitches. And finally, Ryan Hall able to make his way to first. A quick visit to the mound for Cade Meisner to provide a little bit of advice for Russell.
Johnson.
First pitch for the 9-hitter Hunter Johnson. He gets it into left field. Bourgeois comes up with it. The runner will hold at third. I was going to say first hit. It's actually the second hit of the inning against Russell, and that'll load the bases. And the experiment may be done for Garrett Russell on the mound. They're going to make a straight switch. Center field to the mound. Doran Gillespie will take over for Russell. He'll head back out to center field after getting his outfielder glove. We've got another call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Back here for the bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitching change for the Doc Stewarts brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulana or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. Doc Stewart's trailing 3-2 here in the 8th inning. The Garrett Russell experiment has come to an end. Color me impressed. He did a pretty decent job for a guy that I've never seen pitched, and I've covered him for a couple of years with the Roseburg Indians high school team and throughout this season here with the Doc Stewarts. And I have not seen him pitch. Did not believe him last night when he told me he would. So he got me, and I was pretty impressed, but he gives up a walk and then a single to load the bases. He'll move back to center field. Doran Gillespie takes over on the mound as the Doc Stewarts have the bases loaded. And they try to get out of this here in the bottom of the 8th and keep it a 1-run game. First pitch, strike 1 for Doran Gillespie as he faces Grant Carley, the leadoff man. Russell goes 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 walk. Currently no runs, no strikeouts, but the runners on base inherited for Gillespie are all on Garrett Russell's tab at the moment. A 1-1 count for Carley. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. And Gillespie ahead in the at-bat here, trying to wrap things up. Leave the bases loaded for Corvallis. A 1-2 pitch coming up. Out of the windup for Gillespie, he misses high to go to a 2-2 count. Cade Meisner was pitching before Garrett, and he went 3 1/3 inning. He ended up giving up just the 1 run. As a pitch misses inside, goes to a full count now for Doran. Meisner he gave up 2 hits, 1 run in his 3 2/3. Runners all going on the 3-2 pitch. The ball in the air Out towards right field, Peyton Hope calling off Jacob Luther, and he'll make the final out. So the Doc Stewarts get out of the 8th inning, and they still hang on to their 1-run deficit. They're trying to keep it close, see if they can take the lead in the top of the 9th. It's 3-2, heading to the final inning. Last at-bats for the Doc Stewarts here on 541radio.com.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
We go to the 9th inning. It's a 1-run ball game. Doc Stewart's trailing the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen 3-2. Joey Kieran here with you. This game's been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years. Of the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces, Fisher's Hearth and Home. Looks like we've got a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Ryan Hall taking over for Justin Doyle. New man into the game will be Roy Williams. Roy Williams takes over at second base. Ryan Hall takes over on the mound out of left field. Nolan Jackson moves to left. Logan Williams goes out to right field. And those are the defensive changes as far as it looks. So we get it all squared away. Hall will try to close out the game after Justin Doyle pitched 8 innings. Real strong performance for him. He gave up just 4 hits and the 2 runs during that time. He struck out 6. Real strong performance on the mound for Justin Doyle. Ryan Hall will try to finish it off. They face Luke Lucido. First pitch, a chopper towards short. Takes a while to get there. The throw to first. Just in time to get Lucido. 6-3 the put out. 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19, Cade.
So you've got 1 away. Cade Meisner will come in. He was a pitcher. Brody Black was DHing for him. Now the third baseman, he'll hit for himself. First pitch to Meisner, a breaking ball low and away for ball 1. 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Doc's trailing by 1. Pitch low again. 2-0 count now for Meisner. The 2-0 delivery, high and away for a 3-0 count. Brody Black finishes the game as the DH, going 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. The 3-0 pitch is in for strike 1 against Meisner. Cade trying to get something started here as the Docs need 1 run. He puts this one in the air out towards right field. Long run for everybody. James Anderson, the first baseman in foul territory, tries to make an over-the-shoulder catch. That one kind of just right over the top of him. Laid out there, but he could not get it into the glove. Misses the opportunity there. Back to the plate for Meisner with a full count. Docs trying to get to a 3-game winning streak if they can take this one against Corvallis. Full count pitch coming up for Meisner. Nobody on, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Meisner chops one foul towards the the visiting dugout down the third base side. Jacob Luther waiting on deck, and if it gets to it, it looks like Zach Mandera might get a pinch hit appearance here for Peyton Hope. 3-2 pitch. Meisner fouls off another one. Going to run out of baseballs at this rate. Meisner back in with that full count pitch coming up. Looking to find a way on. Gets this one in the air out towards center field. It's not going to carry much. The wind knocking most everything down. And a fly out to center field for Meisner is the second out. Hit it pretty well, just in the air and right to the center fielder.
Now batting.
Franklin Leonard making the catch. Second out.
Jacob Luther.
So Jacob Luther will try to get on base and keep the game going for the Doc Stewarts. Luther, the second baseman, 1 for 3. He's been on base twice. First pitch, high and inside. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. No, does not. 2-0 count. The 2-0 delivery from Hall. He misses upstairs. That one right around chin level for Jacob Luther, and he's on the verge of possibly picking up his first walk of the game. And he will. 4 straight pitches to put the game-tying run on base with 2 outs for the Doc Stewarts, who look to rally. And we will get Zach Mandera pinch hitting for Peyton Hope. Mandera coming up out of the dugout, was expecting a day off, but he gets a pinch hit appearance here.
Pinch hitter, number 13, Zach Mandera.
Luther gets back in after a pickoff move his direction. Throw in to Zach Mandera is good for strike 1. So Peyton Hope finishes out his day 0 for 3. He reached once on a fielder's choice. The 0-1 from Hall is in the dirt, knocked down behind the plate by Lead. That holds Jacob Luther on at first. The 1-1 pitch coming up for Mandera. And that'll be an elevated pitch missing for ball 2. 3-2 pitch again for Mandera. It's high. Back pick down to first. Back in goes Luther. That ball got away. Luther doesn't get up quick enough, and Corvallis will get to the baseball. Luther won't have a chance to run on down to first. 3 balls and a strike against Mandera. Docs down to their final out here, and that'll prompt a visit to the mound now for Corvallis. The catcher, third shortstop, out there to talk with pitcher Ryan Hall, trying to close this one out. It'd be a save opportunity for him, with it being a 1-run ball game here. Three balls and a strike. A walk already issued to Jacob Luther, got him on base. Zach Mandera, pinch hitting for Peyton Hope, is on the verge of drawing a second straight walk. The 3-1 comes across for a strike, so Mandera will have a full count pitch coming up. The 3-2 pitch for Zach Mandera. 2 away. Luther will be taking off on the pitch to the plate. He's got a pretty healthy lead out there. The pitch does go to the plate. Mandera hits it towards third. Knocked down there. The throw across the diamond will get it. Hunter Johnson stays with it, makes a throw across the diamond to get Mandera, and that wraps up the ball game. A 3-2 victory for Corvallis on top of the Doc Stewarts. And the Docs will fall to 10-9 on the season, now 9-9 on the year for Corvallis. They get the victory to move to 500. And that'll do it for this one. The series continues. Another non-leaguer coming up on Saturday when the Doc Stewarts host Corvallis for a wood-bat game down at Legion Field. We'll come back with the Roseburg Disposal post-game show for you and put a final bow on this one, tell you how it all played out. Docs baseball here on 541radio.com.
Swimming season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
And we come back here for the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Roseburg Disposal, let them make the run to the dump for you. Well, folks, today's broadcast has been brought to you by optometrist Dr. Bonnie Gower. She's here to open up your eyes to more options when it comes to your vision. Find out more or to schedule your appointment, call 440-2590. Docs fall 3-2 against the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen, as the Docs will go to 10-9 on the season. Corvallis improves to 9-9 on the year. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 4 men left on base for the Dr. Stewarts. 3 runs on 6 hits, 4 errors, and 10 men left on base for Corvallis. That is how things played out here today. Your numbers there. As we get a game recap quickly here, brought to you by the News Review Sports section. For more on today's game, pick up a copy of the News Review print edition tomorrow on newsstands. Well, let's see here. Doc started the scoring with 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. Corvallis quickly tied the game back up in the bottom of the 4th with 2 runs. It stayed a 2-2 game until the bottom of the 6th when Corvallis would score the go-ahead run. It was a base hit out towards center field by Riley Smith that got James Anderson to third, and then a bobble in center field by Garrett Russell allowed Anderson to come around to score. There's a possibility he might have scored not long after that, but he does come in on the error, and Anderson gives the go-ahead run. He scored twice in this game, and that gives Corvallis a 3-2 victory over the Doc Stewarts. Very tight ball game all the way through. Really strong pitching from Corvallis' Justin Doyle. He picks up the win. Doyle goes 8 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Doyle picking up the win there. Ryan Hall will get the save, coming in relief in the 9th inning. He pitched 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts as he earns the save. Taking the loss, I believe, will be Cade Meisner. Meisner came in the 4th inning in relief. He gave up the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. Cade Meisner drawing the loss, and for Cade, that puts him at a 1-1 record on the season. Jonathan Stone started, went 3 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. Cade Meisner came in, pitched 3 1/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, a run, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Garrett Russell got 2/3 of an inning of work, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk. And Doran Gillespie pitched a 3rd, did not give up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. So the Doc Stewart's pitching, they go through 4 guys, but some guys that we haven't seen Russell pitch before. Stone hasn't pitched much. Gillespie has not pitched a whole lot this season either, but he's a guy that I'm sure they'll continue to use throughout the year, along with Cade Meisner as well. So the Doc Stewarts, they fall. They're 2-game, well, not much of a winning streak, but they're 2 games back-to-back wins against Grants Pass yesterday. The streak gets ended. Docs will try to get a bit of revenge and even up the season series against Corvallis when they host the Marketmen for a wood-bat game coming up on Saturday down at Legion Field. Today's game has also been brought to you by Cruise Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. This is the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. We're going to keep it right here and just wrap it up with one segment here quick. Wanted to take a look at some of the offensive numbers from this one. For the Doc Stewarts, 4 hits in this ball game. Caden Johnson goes 1 for 4. Let's see here. Brody Black goes 1 for 3 with a double. Only extra base hit of the game for the Doc Stewarts. Jacob Luther had a single, goes 1 for 3. And, Noah Burke did have a double as well. Yeah, so 2 doubles in this game for the Doc Stewarts. Burke goes 1 for 3. That's Noah. He had the double and 2 strikeouts. On the other side for Corvallis, let's see here. A single for Logan Williams. He goes 1 for 3. James Anderson goes 1 for 2 with a single, 2 runs scored, a walk and a hit by pitch. And single for Ben Lead. He goes 1 for 2 with 2 walks in the single. Riley Smith goes 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and an RBI. Ryan Hall 1 for 3 with a single and a walk and an RBI. And Hunter Johnson 1 for 4 in the ball game. Those are the look at your numbers. As we like to do here in the post-game show, we wrap it up with our player of the game, brought to you by Roseburg Refrigeration, your locally owned residential heating and cooling specialist. Looking at it for the Doc Stewarts, player of the game here today. Let's see here. It wasn't a bad game. Nobody really stands out overly against anybody else in this one. Caden Johnson scores a run and had the base hit. He was driven in by Luke Lucido. Luke picking up the only RBI of the game for the Doc Stewarts. Couple of doubles in there. Pitching overall. You know what? I'm just, for the fun of it, I'm going to give it to Garrett Russell. He came in and he shocked the heck out of me pitching in this game, and he didn't do too bad of a job. He did not give up a run, 2 hits, walked 1, got himself into a little bit of trouble, but he did a pretty decent job out there. For a guy that I have never seen pitch in a game before, I'm pretty impressed by what he did. So in the 3-2 loss, Garrett Russell will be named your player of the game. He played good defense out in center field, didn't get a hit, but we'll give it to him for his pitching performance here today. Have a little fun with that one. Docs will be back to action coming up on Saturday when they host the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen for a wood bat game, 9-inning contest down at Legion Field. That one on Saturday starting at 6 o'clock, which means our broadcast will start at 5:45. We'll finally be back on the radio airwaves as the Doc Stewarts will get a chance to be back on 1490 The Score after the Oregon State Beavers win their 3rd national championship in program history, beating Arkansas 5-0 in Game 3 of the College World Series this afternoon. That game was on 1490 The Score. We'll definitely be talking about that more tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned to 1490 The Score for plenty more on that. But congratulations to the Beavers on winning the title, and with their season now done, it means that it clears the way that there's no conflicts. We'll have Doc's baseball for you on the radio again starting on Saturday. All right, folks, that's going to wrap things up. I want to thank one last sponsor here, Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. The Umpqua Dairy is our player interview sponsor. We'll have another player interview coming up on Saturday. We'll do that before the game on Saturday. We'll be talking with, actually, we will have to probably skip in the order. We were going to talk with Zach Holland. He's the next numerically, but Zach Holland not with the team for a little while as he's off on playing in some baseball tournament stuff nationally, a national tournament thing going on for him. So he's not with the team for a little while, so we'll skip ahead, and that means, I guess, let's see, we'll talk to... who's next on the lineup? Number 6 on the lineup card. That's going to be Caden Johnson, our next interview coming up for our player interviews. We'll have that on Saturday. Well, that'll wrap things up here, folks. Hopefully you'll tune in for us on Saturday when the Docs host Corvallis. Again, 5:45 pregame. Want to thank the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen for hosting us here today. Always a great time coming up here to broadcast from Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field. Want to say thanks to Head coach Scott Shaver, the entire Doc Stewart's baseball program, for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc's baseball here on The Score. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. This has been your Roseburg Disposal postgame show. We'll talk to you on Saturday when the Docs host Corvallis. Pregame coverage starting at 5:45 right here online at 541radio.com, and finally back on the radio on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.